Welcome back to Triple D TV and welcome back to all my viewers and subscribers. I just want to thank you guys to subscribe to the channel. Thank my loyal subscribers who are subscribed to the channel and help the channel to grow. And if you have not subscribed to the channel, just come over here and hit that subscribe button, hit notification bell, and hit also when I upload any of these videos, you're the first get to see them right on Triple D TV. So again, welcome to all my subscribers. Welcome back to Triple D TV. And welcome back to Triple D Run Remote segment. And welcome back to Triple D Newsroom. Welcome to all my viewers. Welcome back to Triple D Newsroom. Today, what I want to discuss in my Run Remote segment, I want to discuss a little about American politics. I just want to divulge a little in American politics and what I've seen, since President-elect Trump has been elected. A lot of little stuff I've been seeing going on. So let me divulge in some of the stuff that I've seen and I've heard. Now, recently on my job, I was outside chilling at my favorite spot, and I heard a couple of my co-workers, ladies, they were having a conversation, and I heard they're saying like they cannot wait till January for Trump to start his massive deportation, of all these immigrants. Yeah, they're burning down our system. So we cannot wait till January 1st. And I'm there just listening to what they're saying. And one of them say, man, and I want them to also denaturalize some of these immigrants. They come here going on like they own our country, working and building up these houses and sending back a lot of money to their country, to their family, and bigging up big houses in where they're from. I want them to denaturalize them and all kind of stuff they were saying, And remember, these are ladies that I've known and worked with for over 20 years. So I came forward and let them know that I heard what they were saying. And they were like, no, man, we're not talking about you. You are different. I said, no, I'm not different. I am an immigrant. I'm not different. I'm an immigrant. So you're talking about one immigrant, you're talking about me. So, conversation going on. And I just walk off, and leave them alone because, I don't want to have no more conversation with them because I know where they're going and stuff like that. And, so those are stuff that people are saying. Another time I went to the supermarket and I was in the line, and this young lady, she looks like a Latino, and she was also pregnant, and she had, small little item, like 2 little item. So I allow her to go in front of me, just to pay. And this dude behind me, he's also a Latino, and he was, creating, oh, she can't go in front of you. And I was like, he was cursing at the lady. And I was like, yo, it's not her fault, it's my fault. I gave her the position. And if you want to go in front of me, you could take my place. And he was like, da-da-da-da. And he was like, oh, I can't wait till January 1st. I can't wait till January 20th. I can't wait till January 20th. Mark, he's also a Latino. And this is what he's saying about another Latino. Yep. And then another incident was on our local news. This black guy working with AT&T went into the specific neighborhood, to do some work. And this off-duty police came out, started cursing at him. We don't want your kinds in our neighborhood. Marking at the guy come to do his job. Guy's working with AT&T. We don't want your kind in our neighborhood. This is a black guy. We don't want no kind in your neighborhood. And this is a white off-duty police officer. We don't want your kind in the neighborhood. And starting to rant and also kick the dude work van. But thank God he was arrested. He was arrested. It was all over, courtesy of News 12. So, this is those things what's going on, what we're facing right now in this country. Now, my question is, as you see my headlines, can the federal government afford to mass deport so many undocumented people? Can they afford to deport so many undocumented, millions of undocumented people in the country? We, this is a question I'm asking my viewers and subscribers, especially the Americans. Can the federal government afford to deport, mass deport so many billions of undocumented personnel in this country? And as they are saying, like, they're burdening down social security and stuff like that. Now, I just want to read a little article, a study that was found, that was done by the taxation department. This study was done in 2003. A new study has shown that undocumented immigrants pay nearly $100 billion in federal and local tax. This is coming from the Department of Taxation again. Undocumented workers pay $100 billion in local and federal tax, So how comes they are saying these people, and the narrative out there is these people are burdening down the system, but yet still undocumented workers pay in 2023 over $100 billion in federal and local tax. Right? So the narrative out there, they are burdening down the system. No, they are paying into the system. They are paying into our social security. And studies show out there it's going to cost the federal government like $62 billion to mass deport so many undocumented workers. Now, if they are raking in $100 billion from undocumented workers, when they deport all of them, say they deport all of them, where would they going to get those tax from, those billions of dollars of tax from? They're going to lose that money, and the federal government don't want to lose no money. So again, undocumented workers pay $100 billion in federal and local tax based on studies showed by the tax department. And again, let me read again. And they say in 40 states in the United States, the federal undocumented workers paid up to 1% higher than the regular personnel. So again, I say, can the United States federal government afford to mass deport so many millions of undocumented workers? They're talking about their criminals. It's not all of them, and the mass of them are working with work permit, paying into the system that they cannot get no help from, because they cannot get any help from the Social Security Department. Again, let me read again. Let me read another part of this article. Let me just find another. And they say, if some, and then the article go on to say, the federal government could collect another $40.2 billion per year from and state with from state and local tax if all undocumented um, immigrants could get a way of working on the books, So they're working and paying tax. They're working and paying tax. And again, another part of the article stated that undocumented immigrants are paying 46% of their state and local tax, paying through sales and excise tax. 6 states are benefited from that. The New Jersey, New York, California, Florida, Texas, Illinois were able to raise at least more than $1 billion in each tax revenue. So they are raking in those states that I just call out. California, New York, Jersey, Florida, Illinois. They're raising like another 1 billion. Texas, another $1 billion in tax from undocumented workers. And talking about Texas, now Texas governor right now has call up Trump, say she's donating some land to build mass deportation camp, or I call it mass concentration camp. All right? So, and these poor undocumented workers, they are shut out of all the and the article say again, these undocumented workers, despite their payroll, they're deducting these payroll taxes found in, they're deducting from their payroll tax Medicare, Social Security, which they are not eligible for. So they can't get no Medicare, they can't get no Social Security. None of these benefits they are paying into, but they still not qualify for none of these benefits. They are not qualified for none of these social program and social benefit as according to the Department of Taxation. So, the narrative out there is that these people are burdened down the system. They are not burdened down the system, the 1 or 2% that's burdened down the system. But the mass are paying in the system. The mass are paying in the system. So the narrative is out there that these are burdened down, these undocumented workers are burdened down the system. So the narrative, a lot of time people just follow what news media say, mainstream news media. Guys, Google is for free. Sorry. Use Google to get your information. Go to research before you come and make all kind of comments on social media, And a lot of Jamaicans, that say they vote for Trump, they are not voting for Kamala. They vote for Trump because she supported the LGBTQ community. But one of Donald Trump's biggest supporter, and also the guy that alleged helped him won the election, his son is a transmission. His son is a transmission. So I don't get Jamaican narrative that, because Kamala supported the LGBTQ community, they don't vote for her, but yet still one of the president-elect biggest donor, and it's alleged that he helped him to win the election. Son is a transmission, so I don't get it. And for years, Jamaica had a prime minister for about 19 years who was gay. He was gay, and so I don't get the Jamaicans' narrative. And then check it out. You ever see nowadays youths of Jamaica when them going to dance. It's just bare men. And when they go to the dance and party, they're not dancing with the woman. They just stand up with them friend them and just hang out and with them friends. What's up with that? Them walk around with them pants falling off of them and stuff like that, showing them butt. What's up with that? So you guys' narrative, especially Jamaican narrative is not right. And and a lot of Jamaicans, I've seen Jamaicans putting up their passport. Oh, I'm an American citizen. I can't get deported and stuff like that. I'm American citizen. Listen, this mass deportation is not for just undocumented. If you're a green card holder and you came here from your young and you commit a small little crime, like jumping the turnstile and stuff like that, because you and your little friend them, and you can't get American citizenship, you are also in danger. Them not just going after undocumented. They're going to go after green card holder and citizenship holder to naturalized citizen, because they're talking about denaturalization. If you read what you call it now, Project 2025, now they call it America First, you will see that they're talking about denaturalization. And the guy that wrote part of Project 2025, he's leading, he's in charge. He's in charge. So go figure. Go figure. So guys, you gotta stay vigilant. And watch going on. Don't sleep on this thing. There's a lot of things to come. So as I saying, it's crazy. It's crazy. Do I think mass deportation gonna come? Maybe. Because even, they mass deport all of these people. Who's gonna pick the fruits and vegetables? No Jamaican who's come here and have papers not going into the field to pick no fruits and vegetables. They're not going to cut no people on. So price of stuff's going to escalate. Prices of stuff's going to escalate. People. You're going to FA and find out you just screwed yourself. You guys just screwed yourself. And, the president-elect say he's going to put turf on China, turf on that. But, guys, a lot of people don't really understand how turf work, whatever they call it. China is not going to pay for the turf. The turf will be on the companies that import stuff from China, like the big box stores, Walmart, Home Depot, where 70% of or 80%, whatever figures of their product come from, are made in China. The turf gonna be on those big companies. And what that's gonna happen? Prices of stuff gonna raise, and we're gonna pay more for goods and product. And remember, the last time they tried put turf from China, when Trump came into power, China clapped back, and what they did was stop buying the soybean from the American farmers. Because remember, China is one of U.S. China is one of U.S. biggest exporters of the local farm, soya beans and stuff like that. Yes, and China reduced that and start buying more soya beans and stuff from Brazil. So the farmers were feeling it during the first term of Trump, the farmers were feeling it because China was not buying no more soya beans and they lost a lot of their crops. But when the Democratic government come in, it kind of eased up, and China started buying back soya beans from the farmers here. But they're not buying a lot as they used to buy. They used to buy 40% to 60%. Now they're only buying 18%. So they're gearing up now to withdraw that 18% and fully buy the soya bean from Brazil. So guys, be careful what you ask for. Be careful what you ask for. We need these undocumented workers. You know, as you see what I read in the article, they pay up to $100 billion in federal and local tax. So get rid of the narrative that they are burdening down the system. They are paying into the system for me and you, right? And the way this government going, and they're not in office yet, I don't think we're going to have any social security. We don't have any social security because he appointed, you know, Mr. Musk, Elon Musk, make up a department, the Department of Efficiency, which never exists, but he gave his friend make up that department, and their job, and it stands for Dodge. And if you realize, Elon Musk, Bitcoin's name Dodge, so it's that shit name. Excuse my language. That name from Elon Musk, Bitcoins, and their job. Elon Musk say he want to cut $2 trillion from the federal government budget. Where that going to come from? That $2 trillion from the federal government budget. Where coming from? It's going to come from Social Security. They're going to let mass lay off a lot of the federal government workers in order for all that money to be cut from the budget to cut. We're in trouble. We're in deep trouble. We are in deep trouble. We are in deep trouble. Deep trouble. Okay, we are in deep trouble. You know, they're gonna be if they're to cut $2 trillion from the federal budget, we're in deep trouble. Because they're gonna Board of Education will be cut. You know, and that's where the poorer student, you know, go get their federal loans and stuff like that. You know, the rich man kids don't have to get federal loans and stuff like that. So they don't care about that. They do not care because their kids don't have to get no funding to go to college. It's the poor man kids, the middle class and the working class kids. Kids need to get loan to go to college. So excuse me. So all of those cuts, you know, gonna come from that budget, the federal budget, and they're gonna be mass layoff, you know, and backtracking to Texas. Do I think they're gonna build that mass camp? I don't know. Could be, but they have to get the approval of the House to get the money to build it. You know, now this thing here now is, you know, this mass deportation is remind me, you know, I read history. Remind me of 1958. I read in the history book, 1958, the federal government had an operation called Operation Wetback. Again, go and read the history. Go and read the history. In 1954, they had an operation called Operation Wetback. And if you know who they call Wetback, that was the Mexican. They had an operation, a mass deportation of Mexican in 54, where they go around rounding up people, you know, using all the military to round up people. Kids coming from home and their parents not in home. And a lot of Americans, born American, got deported to Mexico, which they are not from Mexico, because they were picking up everybody and anybody that look like they are Mexican. They didn't care if you were born here. They were sweeping. A lot of kids came home from school, parents was gone, they were sweeping workplace. So this feel like, again, like his operation went back, but this time it's not just Mexicans or Latino. Nobody's exempt from this. No immigrants are exempt from this mass deportation. And a lot of people, immigrants that came here, and this is from a Jamaican, a lot of people came here, they're going to start look into your citizenship. If you had married just for convenience to get your citizenship, and if they found any itch or glitch that you were married for convenience, they're gonna denaturalize you, revoke your citizenship, and immediately deportation. It's just my opinion, So don't quote me on it. This is my opinion, and my views and opinion that I share over here is my views and my views only. So I could go on and on and on. I could go on and on. And I recently see a news, that Texas has passed a law that you can have Bible teaching in the school. Bible teaching. It's not Sunday school. You teach Bible teaching in the Sunday school. There are too many different religions for you to be teaching Bible study. You don't go to school to have Bible study. No. Keep that at Sunday school. But you know what's going to happen? They're going to start sell Donald Trump $60, Bible in school, and you have to buy it. The $60 Bibles. That's what coming. You see? That's what coming. They're going to mandate that you have to buy Donald Trump $60 Bible in school. No. Keep that out of school. Keep it in the Sunday school and the church. All right? Yep. So again, I don't think America can afford a mass deportation of all undocumented workers. These workers are the backbone of this country. Undocumented workers are the backbone of this country, and I don't think the federal government can afford to deport so many people. That's a whole heap of workforce that working in the fields, picking corn, doing all kind of stuff, where the regular Americans not doing it. And the regular immigrants that have their paper, not going into no field, no hot sun, or chop no sugar cane, pick no strawberry and stuff like that, So our food industry going to collapse. The farmers going to collapse. Even right here on Long Island, most of the farm that I go on is a lot of Hispanic or Latino working on the farm. I don't see one black person, one other immigrants, And again, there's a lot of different ethnic immigrants living in this country. Undocumented immigrants, and a lot of white, Chinese, but nobody are talking about them. Everybody are focused on Latinos, and blacks and brown people. Again, stay vigilant. Watch yourself. Things gonna get rough. Things gonna get rough. Nobody is safe. I am not safe. Even my kids that born here are not safe. They might just one day, randomly pick them up off the road. Because you got to start now walk with your identification. Because in 1954, when they had Operation Wetback, as I said before, a lot of Americans got deported. to country they wasn't from. They were born there and they've never been there. But they just fit the description. So guys, again, this is my 2 cents. I could continue round and round, but stay vigilant. Don't give up the fight. And, go and do some research and read and stop listening to mainstream noodle. And Triple D gonna be out. And as I always say, your attitude will determine your altitude. Stay blessed. Walk good. And remember to subscribe to the channel. Tell a friend to tell a friend about Triple D TV. And remember, subscribe. Like and share. I take positive and I take negative comment. And subscription is for free. Alright? All I'm asking you to do is watch the ads till the end. I'm out. Stay blessed. And on a walk good. 3D's out.